This Women's History Month, Miller Lite wanted to recognize that without women, there would be no beer. To honor this, we wanted to acknowledge the missteps in representation of women in beer advertising by cleaning up not just our but the whole industries while benefiting the future of women in beer. No, I'm sorry. You know what you guys want to do? You want to sell beer. And by the way, that's all you should care about is selling the darn beer. Instead, you're distracted by all this nonsense that's coming from the ESG community, trying to tell you that you're supposed to value social whatever and climate whatever over actually just making money and selling your product and respecting your customers. It is why we heard the other marketing executive over at Bud Light say this.
I'm a businesswoman. I had a really clear job to do when I took over Bud Light. And it was, this brand is in decline. It's been in decline for a really long time. And if we do not attract young drinkers to come and drink this brand, there will be no future for Bud Light. So I had this super clear mandate. It's like we need to evolve and elevate this incredibly iconic brand. And what I brought to that was a belief in, okay, what does evolve and elevate mean? It means
hi, impressive carrying skills, right?
Evolve
I got some Bud Lights for us.
Inclusivity.
So I kept hearing about this thing called March Madness, and I thought we were all just having a hectic month, but it turns out it has something to do with sports.
To the point where you lose your parent company, what is it up to now? $5 billion in market cap? How do you feel about that as a shareholder? If you own shares in this company, there's only one lonely analyst that had the courage to actually come out and say, hey, maybe this is a hold. Maybe don't buy this stock. I mean, he didn't have enough courage to actually come out and say, sell it. I would have sold it like the first day this whole thing happened because you could just see it was the train had already left the station. People were going to be mad. It may not be as offensive to see this particular
Here's a little known fact. Women were among the very first to brew beer ever. From Mesopotamia to the Middle Ages to colonial.
However, it shows you they're all cut from the same darn cloth. This actually speaks to a much bigger issue of what's going on nationwide. This sort of, we've got to just change it all up, because if we don't, gosh, could we actually see a Donald Trump get elected? I mean, this is the underpinnings of this. Don't kid yourself. They're all political. This isn't about selling beer. It's about something else entirely. If it were about selling beer, then you know what? You're going to put the cute girls in the shorts and t-shirts, and you're going to do the all-American commercials, and you're going to cater to that audience that loves your beer. You're not going to try and repel them like these people are doing. But the reason this is happening is because it's really not about selling beer. It's not about earning money for shareholders. It's about changing the world into something that is in some ways just not what we are right now, right? I mean, that's pretty clear. So Dylan Mulvaney gets to be super feminine, but the women in the other commercial, they're using the tough language, the swears. They're the, tough ladies who are saying, we're going to turn the bad into good. And it's just sort of this weird moment where you can't be feminine if you're actually a woman, but you can be feminine if you just want to say you are. I mean, come on.